Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Elnea Kingdom. This is Bryony Parker here, bringing you when Eliza and Hunter have their first little one, and of course a segment after this with my mother talking. So, let's get on to it. It hurts. Is it time yet? It's fine, just relax just a bit more. Just hang on a little more. I am with you. Oh, so sweet. One more breath, I can see the head. Let's see, is it gonna be Elena or is it gonna be Elena? Let's see. Little Elena! She's so much like her mother. A beautiful baby. Good job, Mommy. It's a healthy baby girl. And just like I had planned, her name will be Elena. They went with Elizabetta. That's kind of cute. But nope, it's gonna be Elena. Elena! Just like her grandmother on her mother's side. So that's legitimately, I'm not kidding you, her mother's name is Elena. So this is kind of cool. And someone had recommended this name a long time ago, so now I'm using it. So Elena it is. Let's see if Elena gets a talent like the Harvest Festival thing said I could possibly get. I don't know if I'll get it or not. That's a fine name. Look, the baby likes it too. Amazing, so cute. You're already a doting parent. I'm fine with being doting. Raise them with love and in good health. No talent. That's okay, though. Let's see what little Elena's personality is then, shall we? She is high-spirited. Oh, how cute. Well, of course, after this video, you get to see it or hear
Bryony's mother.
Hi, guys, and now my mother who's going to be talking. Say hello.
Hi, this is Bryony's mother, and I have been following Elnea Kingdom with her for about 1.5 years, and it's been a very interesting journey.
Yes, that it has. And of course, we're going to talk about one thing that I like to mention about Elnea Kingdom, which is kind of unique compared to like real life, where if you marry someone, you can choose either last name, either the girl or the guy. So enlighten me, Mom, on the whole thing with like what you think about it.
Well, I think it's very interesting because my husband and I both have different last names too. So that is something that is in our culture, and it's also in Elnea Kingdom.
And it's one things I definitely love about this game. So if like you say, like say you hate a last name that your said partner has that just sounds really bad, you can just go with yours, even if you're the girl. Compared to real life, most of the time, it's the girl taking the last name. And, of course, on to the other subject I had in mind to talk about, and that was the age marriage thing. So, in the game, there are elders who are single. Now, you can marry these elders, and it's not a problem. So, I mean, up to you guys if you want to do something like that, but it's a unique part of Elnea Kingdom that's just really interesting, and on to what my mom has to say about that.
So another real life experience for me, my husband is much older than I am, so I find it very interesting that in this game you can marry older people and have kids and start a family. So that's kind of a neat thing. I like that.
Yeah, it's one of the things that makes Elnea Kingdom just a whole lot of fun. You don't have to stick to the whole marry someone that's younger or whatever. You can go whatever path that you want to go. And on to something else I'd like to mention, the Acolyte work. So, Mom, what's your thoughts on the Acolyte work? Even if I haven't gotten it, but have yet to get it, of course, at some point.
Well, it sounds like it's a goal of yours, so I say go for it.
A goal of mine, yes. But also one thing I'd like to note is when you're in the Acolyte work, it's like you get to witness all the deaths, you get to witness all the births, you get to witness like White Knight where they face the Bagwell Dragon. Now, Bagwell Dragon, now that's a subject to talk about. Now, Bagwell Dragon is really interesting considering that basically the most powerful thing that you can take on when you're first starting the game once you face him in the White Knight, but he's not as like strong as he is unless you're going into the dungeon. I think it's Virago Forest dungeon where he is even much stronger and much harder to take down. And basically you better have max stats, the best skills in the game, and the best weapon you could possibly have, like a really strong weapon. You think the Dragoon weapons are going to save you? Ha! No. Bagwell will make you look really bad, and that's just the way it is. Anyways, on to something I've been wanting to talk about with my mother here about the mountain corpse. So the history of the mountain corpse. So looking into the history of course, let's see here. The mountain corpse. I believe there's something on the mountain corpse that you can find in the library. So I can't remember where exactly it was. Was it Tannen's blast furnace? Ah, here we go. While Ella was called the water sorceress for her work in the Adelia Kingdom, Tannen, who designed the blast furnace in the 90th year of Elnea Kingdom, is called the fire sorcerer. Previous iron working was done little by bellows and forge, but with the building of the blast furnace, large amounts of iron and steel could be consecutively and safely, or made consecutively and safely. Mind how I talk. The blast furnace is said to have been created by using techniques for improving arms production from Gavamechia, but Gavamechia is isolated, and their blast furnace technology is a state secret, so many people consider this a fairy tale at the time. However, Tannen planned his own blast furnace from the fragmented information of travelers and made it a reality. It had been producing iron and steel without a break for nearly 100 years, contributing greatly to the production of Elnea Kingdom. So there's a little history about Elnea Kingdom. Basically, because of this guy named Tannen, who took tidbits from travelers, he was able to make the furnace, which has actually still gone on even to this day. So that blast furnace that you see up by the mountain corpse, that is the blast furnace itself. So now on to finding the history of the mountain corpse. I will get back to you when I find that. Alright guys, I found it. So the history of the mountain corpse that I've been talking about for some time. So you can find this on the Sights of the Kingdom by Mara for Niv Hill. When you leave the Mount Doré mines, you will find Niv Hill, a place with a view of the kingdom's western mountains. The name comes from the giant stone that looks like a man's face head-on. Dorme Niv, who fought here under the dragons and titans during the Great War, remained in the kingdom on Dorme Mountain after the battles were done and helped rebuild the kingdom along with his 6 children. On the day when Dorme Niv was finally called to the gods, he said he wanted to watch the people live in peace. Supposedly, he then entered the mountain and turned to stone. Dorme Niv is seen as an important guardian deity not only by his acknowledged descendants in the mountain corpse, but by all the kingdom's subjects. Adding to the splendid view here, it's also popular for its scenic beauty when fluffy white flowers cover the mountains in spring. So there you go. So Niv is related to all 6 of the children, as you can see that it says, for the mountain corpse. So the 6 mountain corpse you start with in the kingdom are related to Niv. And so they are all connected and related. In fact, if you actually are a mountain corpse and are part of the bloodline and you go to see another mountain corpse family, if you go to talk to them, you'll find out it will say relative. Even if you never married into that mountain corpse family, they're all related. So Mom, what are your thoughts on that? On how they're all related?
Well, I have to say that one thing about Elnea Kingdom that has always been kind of questionable in my view is that cousins marry cousins. So I don't know if being related to your relations that way or just by marriage is, well, it's just an interesting thing in the game.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing in the game. So yeah, everyone in the mountain corpse is related to Niv, and all the mountain corpse are related. You thought that they weren't related? Oh, you'll be very wrong. Even if you've never married in the family, they're all related. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode with baby Elnea and the history of the mountain corpse and a talk with my mom. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and a goodbye from my mom.
Goodbye.
And I will see you guys on the other side.